Hi teacher, my name is Lizeth Fernanda Hermosilla, and alongside my classmates Marisabel Contador and Yuri Yomalino Apita are going to present the artificial intelligence in education as a challenge, taking into account that many teachers and students use AI, and there are many concerns that arise around its impact on critical thinking, student-teacher relationships, and data privacy. In this way, many educators lack proper AI training, while students often have low AI literacy, risking misuse and unequal outcomes. In this case, we are going to address some contents such as an introduction related to the meaning of artificial intelligence and how there is a high implication in education, taking into account the challenge and the connection to sustainable development goals, specifically the 4 and 10. Also, educational implications and the conclusions. So let's go ahead.
Once upon a time, in a high school called Anglo School, there was a group of students and teachers who used the computers to play games or watch videos. Neither the students nor their teachers knew much about artificial intelligence. Miss Maria, their English teacher, always said, computers can't think like humans, and everyone agreed. On a sunny morning, something unexpected happened. A strange robot arrived at the school gate. It had bright blue eyes and a gentle voice. "Hello, my name is IA, Artificial Intelligence Virtual Assistant," it said. The students started to run everywhere, really scared, and Miss Maria almost dropped her coffee. At first, everyone was scared. "What if it takes our jobs?" whispered another teacher. But IA smiled and said, "I'm here to help you learn, not replace you." Miss Maria decided to give it a chance. She invited IA to her class to explain what artificial intelligence really was. IA showed them how AI could understand speech, recognize images, and even help write stories or solve math problems. The students were amazed. "So AI learns from us?" asked Mateo. "Exactly," said IA, "the more we teach, the smarter we become, together." Days passed, and the fear turned into curiosity. The students began creating small robots with IA's help, a cleaning robot for the classroom, a talking plant that reminded them to water it, and even a robot that told jokes when someone felt sad. The school slowly became a place where humans and machines worked in harmony.
Now I'm going to explain the meaning of artificial intelligence and its use in education, but my friends Yuri, ISA, and Lizeth are going to help me. Listen to them carefully.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuri. I am going to talk about the introduction of this presentation. I am going to talk about one of the most important challenges in 21st century, that is artificial intelligence in education. That in today's world, technology is changing faster than ever before, and education need to keep up. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is becoming a powerful tool that can transform how teachers teach and how students learn. As Salman Khan 2024 explains in Brave New Words, AI has the potential to personalize learning, support teachers, and make education more accessible for everyone. But it also brings serious challenges that we need to face carefully.
Considering that our challenge is AI in education, we need to bear in mind some themes such as adapting to technological change in education, the promise and paradox of AI in education, as well as the bridging that, like taking into account the digital divide and like the equitable AI integration. In this way, according to DS 2025, today's teachers face the challenge of adapting to a rapidly evolving technological landscape in which technology, especially artificial intelligence, is advancing faster than the traditional education systems, and AI holds enormous potential to transform classrooms by personalizing learning and closing achievement gaps. However, DS highlights a paradox. Many educators lack the necessary training and resources to integrate AI effectively. Without equal access, AI risks widening the division rather than bridging it. This paradox emphasizes the urgent need to empower teachers with digital literacy and AI skills. Support structures and professional development are crucial to ensure AI so that many opportunities are created for all learners, not just a privileged few. As a matter of fact, educational policies must focus on inclusive AI adoption, ensuring fair technology distribution and training. Only then can AI serve as a true tool for reducing inequalities in education, aligned with global sustainable development goals. Following the train of thought, AI tools such as adaptive learning platforms, chatbots, and automated feedback systems play a crucial role in supporting students' individual progress. This said by Universidad Santo Tomás 2025. Platforms inspired by Kant's educational um, philosophy um, use sophisticated algorithms to personalize learning paths, allowing students to advance at their own pace and receive immediate feedback, as stated by Can 2024. Despite these innovations, many schools, especially in Colombia, still face significant technological and social inequalities that limit equal access to these learning opportunities. Addressing these disparities is essential to ensure AI benefits all learners fairly. Emphasize what I have previously mentioned, we need to take into account some scenarios that reflect the core educational points around AI. This is stated by Can 2024. And basically, we need um, to think about ethical questions and about how AI may influence education. AI should enhance human learning rather than replace human connection. Teachers remain irreplaceable because they provide empathy, motivation, and moral guidance, qualities that machines cannot replicate. The true challenge is to combine technological intelligence with human wisdom.
AI can definitely help with SDG, that is Sustainable Development Goals, quality education, because it allows personalized learning experiences. For example, platforms like Khan Academic use algorithms to adjust lesson to each student's level and needs. That's a great way to make learning more efficient and motivated. At the same time, this topic is also connected to Sustainable Development Goals 10 that reduce inequalities because AI can give students from different contexts, rural and urban, rich and poor, access to the same quality education. But if we don't provide the same access to digital tools, these technologies could increase the gap instead of reducing it. In this sense, AI is both an opportunity and a challenge. As Ken 2024 reminds us, technology should never replace human connection, it should enhance it. So, for this reason, teachers bring empathy, creativity, and values to the classroom, and those are things that machines can provide. So, the real challenge is finding balance using AI to support education, not to replace the human part of it.
Continue with our explication about the use of artificial intelligence. We consider this kind of artificial intelligence always challenges of face traditional teaching models by demanding new digital, pedagogical, and also ethical competencies. There are two important examples that we are going to take into account in this moment. The first one is when the teachers must become in learners, those learners who are going to be able to navigate and also to change the use of the technology in their scenarios. Also, Diaz 2025 points out that all the institutions and the schools must update or include in the syllabus subjects or topics regarding to digital literacy, critical thinking, and also the ethics that we have to take into account at the moment we decide to use this artificial intelligence. In the second example, I would like to talk about the students. The students, it is not nice when they also use the technology as a consumers. They have to be co-creators. They have to analyze this kind of knowledge that they are receiving every single day. It's basically the artificial intelligence motivate to innovate, to reflect, and also to be a little responsible about the technologies because these technologies uh, led to change the education systems and the way we think and also the way we are navigating in the social media. Finally, we decide to analyze four important items as a conclusions. The first one is artificial intelligence should support teachers and learners, keeping the human essence of education, taking into account the words of Kant 2024. Is basically these technologies cannot replace the feelings and the way they are expressing their feelings and also the way they communicate with others. The second one is the purpose of these technologies is not to replace the teachers, it's more to empower and help them not to depend on technologies, but to use in a good way. The next one is when we are achieving CDG4 and CDG10, demands cooperations between educators, governments, and communities. It's an idea from Universidad Santo Tomás 2025 that express this purpose have to be in group. And finally is when the teachers use these technologies, the learning process is more interactive and the students are motivated and also active in their process. They can navigate and also they can be a good participants in this kind of process of technologies.